Okay, this is the Chaise lounge from Crate&Barrel. I get to put it together during lunchtime. So it's called the Regatta Chaise, and you open up this package first, and Crate&Barrel assembly instructions listing all your parts, and we'll walk you right through. We'll see how it goes here. The guys that delivered it could not assemble it, so I'm taking care of it over lunch. This is really impressive. Everything comes clearly labeled. We even got some glue for the dowels. Everything is labeled. Usually you have to like look at the part and find it on the chart up here, and then find it in here where it goes. And I do believe this block might be for the sandpaper. I'm not sure yet though. Everything's labeled really well. So using the top of the box that the chair came in, you use it as a layout area. Geez. I wasn't able to figure out which one was A or B, but they didn't label that. What they did label is part number C and C, and then E. We've got E1, there's E2 right here, and then E3, and then the ends. So what I will do is go through and put a little bit of glue on those ends, because then we put pegs right through the bottom here, and a screw probably. It's pretty straightforward. And then we'll put the other side on the top. So I just made a phone call to see where this is actually going to go in the house. And it's going up on the new back deck. So I'm moving this whole operation up there. Well, we loaded up the elevator. That's a good convenience. And I'm gonna shut the door. These have to be shut too. This is kind of cool. You got a little phone thing down here in case there's an emergency. But we're going to floor 2. Okay, I'm glad I figured that out, because this would have been a pain to get up here. It will be a little bit heavy. This is maybe, I don't know what grade of mahogany. It looks nice. It says it's from a managed forest and not from a rainforest. And we're going to assemble it kind of in reverse, because the head of the chair will go right there. I'll just do some photos of it going together. Fairly straightforward. What I like to do, if there's some bolts with washers, I like to get those all set up and ready to go. So they illustrate right here. There's L, N, and M. So here's N, and there's M. And we'll get those put together. So there was a couple of longer bolts, put those together. I ended up with this one in the end, and these 2 flat washers instead of a lock washer. And there's only 7 right here, so I know there's going to be 8. So I guess I'm going to have to double this up. We'll see how it goes. There's our wrench. Okay, that's panel D, the one with the logo. It says Crate&Barrel. That's going to go into the end where the chair, the adjustment backside is. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue into each one of these holes and on this. Okay, they give you 2 longer dowels than the rest of them. That's for the main part of that's for right here where the chair back goes. I'm going to use a rubber mallet to pound these into there. I'd already put one in there. I put one in there too. Okay, 2 bolts go into the end. It's the D side, which will be for the adjustable back area. And we'll put bolts in on the other side too. Nope, I was wrong on that. Those are two dowels go in there, the short ones, and the bolts go on this side. So when you're inserting the dowel, I would do this first before putting the bolt in. You can loosely put those in, but you want to make sure these line up first. But use this tapered edge and keep the flat edge out. I think they give you that block of wood. I don't know, it's for sanding. So on the foot end, it's going to be one of these long bolts into here and 2 dowels over on this side. Wipe up the extra glue. Okay, this panel just sits in and doesn't get bolted down or anything. It's just because it's adjustable, it has to move freely. This is the panel that gets bolted in. We'll have to lay this flat upside down and pound the pegs in flush on the bottom and up here. So here we go with the final. Everything else is installed on one side pretty much. So in hindsight, you know, I guess I could have used this bottle that I just dumped it into the holes and stuff. So, you know, glue is optional. You might want to take it apart later, but I highly doubt it. But that would have been the way to go. Well, the other end, the tapered end first. When you're putting this top piece on, just make sure when it all gets together that this pivot pin right here gets in too. I had a little bit of trouble with that. Otherwise, it's together. We're just gonna bolt it and pin it all down. Okay, I was looking at it, I was like, geez, I got 2 of these long ones left. What do I do? Where do they go? Well, they go in where the bottom part, this section, right into here. This one, I can pull this out and put that long one in there, but this one's almost flush. I'll see if I can get it out. You ought to be good anyways. It ought to be alright. But just remember that those 2 go there. Okay, the 4 bungs, these plugs, they go right up on the top where these bolts are. Well, you can see them at the other end. Down here. I messed up. I didn't get I couldn't, once these pegs are in, you can't take them out. And I ended up putting the 2 long ones back here where you're really not going to see it, and I'll have to cut them flush. This thing's solid, though. It's well built. Wanted to make sure I had the 2 down here on this end looking good. And there's a pack of screws, and these all go into these holes right here to help attach it to the frame. So I laid it down flat to try to get these pegs in as much as possible, because we have the drink tray situation that gets installed on the bottom. And after I put those Phillips screws in, we'll put this on. And these are your side trays.